Hey special family, welcome back to another Am I the A video Reddit edition. Today's title is Am I the A for saying I'll take on more responsibility so my parents can foster adopt my special need cousin, but only until I'm 18 and then I'll be done. Sounds interesting. Let's read. My parents have 4 kids. I'm 16 male, the oldest, and next is my brother Harry, 13 male, then my sister Jazz, 11 female, and then my youngest sister Amy, 8 female. Harry and Jazz have autism. Neither can talk clearly, but mumbling is the best they have learned, and they were delayed developmentally, so walking came later for them as well. Harry and Jess are in special needs school, a private one, because my parents wanted the best chance for them, and this place was highly recommended. Both my parents work long hours for this, and because of the long hours they work and the aftercare they've paid for Harry and Jess, it has meant I needed to take on some more responsibility, and especially with Amy. I take care of her every day after school until her parents come home. That includes cooking and deep cleaning the kitchen after I finish making food for us so my parents can cook for Jess and Harry and not risk any issue with the food because both have highly sensitive taste buds and they have limited diets. When Harry and Jess go to the respite or all day therapies, my parents make time for Amy and just Amy. They don't want her to feel left behind or like she doesn't matter. I do not get the same attention. I never did, even when I was younger and things were bad. Amy was always the kid they prioritized time with when they had it. And I had expectations put on me that I would do my best to give her a great childhood. They put a lot of that responsibility for that on my shoulders by the time I was just 11. Oh boy, this is not going to end well. I'm also more responsible for keeping the house clean because of my parents' working hours. Sometimes I'm the only one who cleans in a week, and I used to try and get Amy to help out with some light stuff, and my parents told me to let her enjoy her childhood. Recently, my uncle and aunt died, and my cousins, who also has autism, ended up in foster care. My parents wanted to take him, but they told me they would need me to step up and do more for us to make it work. They even told me, what? How bad my cousin has it in foster care right now. Dad told me he has not found stability since his parents died several weeks ago. What do they want? Me to take over all the cooking, for me to do the grocery shopping, but not with Amy, of course. And they want me to start adjusting to having 3 kids, 2 with special needs at times. Who the hell are these people? So they can take 1 kid at a time to their therapies and appointments. It pissed me off because they also asked me to babysit all 3 special need kids so they can make a bit more time for Amy because it will be hardest on her. I was pissed off, so I said, sure, I'll do it, but only until I'm 18 and then I'll be done and they will never see me again. My parents told me my anger was unwarranted and everyone has to make sacrifices when a family is dealing with this many special need kids. Am I the A? No! You're not the A. You're 16 with a huge responsibility, and they want to add more on your plate at the age of 16 while picking and choosing which child gets the attention? Yeah, I'll be fine in the military, anywhere, campus. I will be gone too. So, no, you're not the A. Your family needs to put some of these kids in state, and that child just needs to stay in foster care because they can't even help themselves. Your family, your parents cannot help themselves. How dare they put this responsibility on you? Let's go to the comment section. Coastal Kid 92 says, not the A. I am sympathetic to your parents to an extent as they're in a tough position. Foster care can be a very difficult situation for children with different care needs. But the amount they are trying to put on you isn't reasonable. You're not an adult and shouldn't be expected to completely lose the last year of your adolescence. The original poster responded, yes, I feel really bad for my cousin too because his needs are a lot different to my siblings, but it's still incredibly difficult for him. And I know in the wrong foster home, he won't be treated well. I agree, but the issue is they no longer see me as a kid. I'm not sure if they have for a very long time. I feel like when I started kindergarten, they saw me as an 18-year-old college student who didn't really need parents and from that could take on the world. Man, that is sad. Let's Addicted 25 said, "You were parentified and that's abuse. It's a shame that other adults, as teachers or grandparents, didn't realize or didn't care and didn't step up to protect you. I think you are right about going to North Carolina with your parents when they are in a hard place, but it was their choice to keep having children, aka Amy. I understand they didn't know that your older brother was on the spectrum before they had another child, third kid, but they knew they had two kids with severe special needs, nonverbal, before Amy, and they still decided to have her and burden you. Now they are manipulating you to spend more time one on one with your sibling while they ignore your needs. They are toxic and way over their heads. ETA, I'm a teacher myself and I work with students with severe ASD. Their curriculum includes teaching them to make their sandwiches, setting the table, and putting clothes to dry in the racks. For example, it takes time, and the school and parents, not OP, should teach them those life skills. Ferrier Emily says, "I feel like the term gets tossed out every time a kid helps out. This is truly a case of abuse. It should also be an eye opener for the parents. What do they have planned for their own disabled children in the event something happens?" Good question. Remember 1959 says not the A. If you haven't read upon being parentified, do. You're a classic victim. If Is there someone at school or a friend parents that can advocate for you and explain the injustice to your parents? If not, you might have to take the nuclear option. When the social worker comes around to check on your home situation, which I assume will happen before any adoption, explain exactly what they're asking of you. Don't lose your temper. Frame it in terms of your concerns that you can't manage all that and your schoolwork. Say how relieved you are that they aren't placing any of those burdens on Amy, because it means that at least she had a childhood. If the adoption goes ahead after that, I'll be very surprised and it might change a few other things. Best of luck. The OP responded, "My parents will not care if a friend's parents speak to them. My best friend parents are aware of the situation and they have always been kind to me. Not that I really get to see them often anymore, but my parents put me at the bottom of the priority list. They considered me 18 when I was only starting school. They saw me as someone capable of being an adult before I was even old enough to spell my name. The nuclear option would be make my life even worse than before. So I won't speak up most likely. I would say whatever to give my parents what they want and try to keep focus on turning 18 and moving out. I know this is not the healthiest solution. I just don't see one where my life improves until it's entirely in my own hands." Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. I think this is gross. Parents, stop doing this to your kids. They're people too. They deserve to be kids. No one sent you to have all these kids. You did it out of free will. Now let these kids be kids out of free will. Catch you in the next one. Bye.